Hey everyone, so today I have a new video for you, and this is future top 100 names, and it's just a fun prediction game for me. So I went through the list and tried to guess which names could be in the top 100 in a few years, like 5 years maximum, and I think there's a very good chance all of these will be there. Although for boys it's slightly harder to predict because they climb slower and the threshold for being in the top 100 is much higher for boys, but I think there's a good chance for all these names to be in the top 100 soon. And I did 10 names for each gender, and I'm going to start with the girls. My first choice is Willow, which is number 111, and it was outside the top 500 back in 2005, 10 years ago. And it's had a remarkable climb, mostly due to Willow Smith. She put the name, or at least she made it trendy. The second choice I have is a bit more classic. It's Elena, which is number 106, and it was number 217 in 2005. So this has had a very slow but steady climb, and I think it will continue to rise into the top 100. There's Elena from Vampire Diaries, which she's kind of gone from the series, but she kind of helped make the name more noticed. And there's also going to be a new Disney girl named Elena, or princess, I guess. So watch out, this could have a big climb next year. Then have probably the breakout star name, Everly, because it's number 138 and it was nowhere near to being in the top 1000 back in 2005. It only charted in 2012, so just 3 years ago, or 4 years, but you know what I mean. The list I'm using is from last year, so it's 3 years ago from the list. And yeah, again, this name, I first heard it on a celebrity. It was, I can't remember his name, but the frontman from Red Hot Chili Peppers, he used it for his son, but the name did not catch on for boys. For girls, it started to be noticed or used when Channing Tatum used it for his daughter, and well, now it's number 138. And watch out, because this will be overused in a few years. 10 years from now, I think most people will be a bit sick of it, but I can see why it's so popular. It has a trendy sound, but it also has some classic qualities to it. I don't know. Then I have Luna, which is number 110, and 10 years ago it was number 594. So a big climb in just 10 years. And yeah, it's a name I'm seeing getting used more and more with celebrities. John Legend just used it for his daughter, and it's a great choice for all kinds of ethnicities and heritages. For example, Hispanics love this name, obviously, but everyone can use it because it sounds really great in English too. My next choice is Adeline, and Adeline is number 123. There are actually several spellings of Adeline which are popular right now, but I chose the 2N spelling because it's a bit more popular, and this name was not in the charts back in 2005. It just appeared in 2008. So again, a very fast climber. Then we have Isla, which is number 141, and like Adeline, it just debuted in 2008, so it's another new star, even though it's a very old name. It's just being appreciated now, and I'm seeing this name used on celebrities for their daughters. There's also the actress Isla Fisher, so I can see why it's popular. Next I have a return of a classic, which is Rose. Rose is number 166, and it was number 331 back in 2005. Again, Rose names are popular these days, and I guess you can't go wrong with Rose as a first name. As a middle name, I don't like it. It's too overdone. Then I have Athena, which is number 157, and it was number 461 10 years ago. So had a good climb, and I think it's been used by celebrities, but I'm not sure. I think it is. Again, it's a mythological name. It's a really nice name. I really like Athena. Then I have Celia at number 181, and it climbed 100 spots in the last 10 years, so it's a slow but steady riser. But I feel like it's catching on now more than it was 10 years ago. So I think there's a good chance it could be in the top 100. And my last name for girls is Nova, which is number 215, and this name only appeared back in 2011. And yeah, this is an easy choice because not only is it widely popular amongst the naming community, it's also appreciated by celebrities, and it's a teen mom name. It's actually Novaly, but she gets called Nova on the show, so I feel that's one of the reasons why it's so popular. And there are also more than 100 boys named Nova, which is really surprising, but it's kind of neat to see a name that is rising so fast for girls also rising for boys. Now on to my male choices. My first choice is obviously Roman or Roman, and it's number 102, so just outside the top 100. It's an easy choice for next year's top 100 actually. And 10 years ago it was number 205. Then I have Miles, which is number 107, and 10 years ago it was outside the top 200. So it didn't climb that much, but it's been stalling outside the top 100 for the last 4 or 5 years, but I feel that eventually it will get there. In 5 years, I think it will be in the top 100. Then I have Declan, which is number 112, and in 2005 it was number 352. Again, this is a really nice import. I think it's Irish, and people love Irish or British names, and yeah, I can see why it's popular. I've seen it being adored by most people in the naming community, and I guess parents are loving it too. Next I have Silas at number 129, and this was number 412 10 years ago. And Silas, again, is an easy choice, especially now since Justin Timberlake named his son Silas. I feel like it's going to have a big influence, and I think next year, as soon as next year, it will be in the top 100. Who knows? I may be wrong, but I think it is. Then I have Abel or Abel at number 125, and 10 years ago it was number 346. This name is rising really fast now, and it's being used in many TV shows, so I can see why it's getting so popular. I don't like the name though. I don't know what it is, but I don't like Abel, but most people seem to enjoy it, and that's why it's so popular. Then I have Everett at number 135, which is a huge climb from number 535 from 10 years ago. I'm seeing this name everywhere, and I feel like it has all the qualities of a top 100 name. It has a trendy et sound at the end for boys, and a very popular ed beginning. And it's even overtaken Emmett, which I felt was going to be there sooner, but now Everett is more popular. So my next name is Kai, and I adore this name. It's number 145. It was number 239 back in 2005. I'm surprised it was that popular back in 2005 because I didn't hear this name very often back then. But I feel it's only catching on now, or at least in the last 3 or so years. And it's adored by the naming community, and I feel like all it takes is one celebrity to use it, and boom, there it is in the top 100. It will get there. I think it will get there. It's top 100 in the UK. So, and I feel like the US parents or American parents are more braver. So I'm surprised it's not in the top 100 yet here, but it will get there. I believe so. And next one is Luca, which is number 157, and back in 2005 it was number 400. And again, this is a great alternative to Lucas and Luke, which are both super overused. And Hilary Duff named her son Luca, so she might have something to do with it. But I feel it's just a name that has been gaining more attention overall, not just because of her. People really like this name. Then I have Axel, which is number 123, and it's climbed 200 spots in the last 10 years. Axel is a great name. It's Scandinavian in origin, and it's being used in some TV shows like The Middle, the sitcom. And celebrities are using, although they also use the AXL spelling, but I don't really like that one. I prefer this spelling. And it's climbing really fast now, and I think it will be there in 5 years for sure. Sooner than that, I feel, actually. And my last choice is Kingston, which is number 142, and this was not in the top 1000 back in 2005. It debuted in 2006, and this obviously is all the credit goes to Gwen Stefani for naming her son Kingston, and now it's 142. And King names are just really popular. King by itself is almost just as popular as Kingston, and Kingsley is also rising. So Kingston, yeah, I mean, it's had a huge climb in the last 10 years, and top 100 I feel is inevitable. It will get there. And tell me if you agree with my choices. Do you think these names are obvious top 100 contenders, or do you feel like some of these will be left aside, or do you have other names? Obviously there are other names, so we'll be in the top 100 by then, but I want to know your choices. And do you agree with my list? Let me know. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!